Lochner may not have been acting alone and have released details of another man they want to question. Pictures captured by security cameras show a white man in his 40s with dark hair wearing jeans and a dark top. Officials say Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords was the target, but a motive for the shootings has not been established. Senior Republicans and Democrats have called for an end to the violent imagery used in political debate as speculation grows that it may have influenced Lochner's actions.
The Prime Minister's indicated that the government will block bonuses it deems unacceptable at banks that have been bailed out by the taxpayer. Mr Cameron was responding to claims that the Chief Executive of Royal Bank of Scotland is in line for a £2.5 million bonus this year. RBS says no decision's been made. The Chinese Vice Premier Li Keqiang has arrived in Edinburgh at the start of a 4-day visit to the UK. The trip will focus on trade and business links. Ahead of their talks, the Scottish First Minister Alex Salmond said he'd raised the issue of human rights in a positive and respectful way. Israeli bulldozers have flattened part of a building in occupied East Jerusalem to make way for new homes for Jewish settlers. The demolition went ahead in spite of international objections. Our Middle East correspondent Wira Davis reports from Jerusalem.
Just before dawn, the bulldozers moved in, making light work of the former hotel complex in the heart of Sheikh Jarrah, a suburb of Arab East Jerusalem. Both Israel and the Palestinians claim Jerusalem as their future capital, but Israel says the entire city is its territory and it therefore reserves the right to build anywhere in Jerusalem. That includes the eastern part of the city, which is internationally regarded as Palestinian territory occupied by Israel since 1967.
House of Fraser has announced record sales over the Christmas period despite the freezing weather. The store chain said sales for the 5 weeks up to yesterday were 8.5% up on the same period last year. Football, and Kenny Dalglish has had a disappointing start to his second spell as manager of Liverpool. His team lost 1-0 away to Manchester United in the third round of the FA Cup. The Liverpool captain, Steven Gerrard, was sent off for a foul in the first half. And the weather forecast, more sleet and snow is expected in northern Scotland tonight, but most other areas will be dry and frosty. By tomorrow morning, there'll be rain in some western parts. BBC News at 5:03. Our next at 6.
BBC Radio 2.
Some travel news now. Here's Bobby Pryor.
Tom, thank you. Well, across most parts of Scotland, many minor routes are still treacherous and presenting difficult driving conditions. There are some routes that are still closed as well. In the Highlands, the A82. Now, they've closed it because of the ice. This is between Inverness and Drumnadrochit. Also, the A817 northwest of Alexandria, the Glenfruin Road, that's still closed around the A82 because of the snow. The M876, really difficult driving conditions between the M80 at Junction 5 and the M9 at Junction 8. It's all open, just approach with care. To County Durham, between County Durham and Cumbria, the A686 closed between St John's Chapel and Alston because of the snow. That remains in place, so still don't attempt it. M6 southbound, 2 lanes are closed between junctions 42 and 41, so south of Carlisle South. They're recovering the accident from yesterday. The A580, the East Lancs Road towards the M6 or away from junction 23, all open now, not even a sign of a queue. The M1 northbound, junctions 35 to 35A, so up towards Stockbridge, 2 lanes are closed. We've got an accident and traffic is queuing for around 2 miles. And the M20, London bound, it was blocked between junctions 10 and 9. That has now all reopened. Thank you for your updates, and back now just after 6.
Online, on digital, and on 88 and 91 FM. Jodie Prenger holds the fort for Paul O'Grady on BBC Radio 2.
Seeming move through the night. you can shoot it far. I'm your main target, come and help me ignite. Love struggle holding you tight. Hold me tight, dog. Make me explode, although you know the route to go to sex me slow. And yes, I must react to claims of those who say that you are not all that. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. You can give it to me when I need to come along. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. And baby, you can turn me on. Turn me on, dog. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. And you can give it to me when I need to come along. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. And baby, you can turn me on. You can give me more and more, counting up a score. Yeah, you can turn me upside down and inside out. You can make me feel the real deal. And I can give it to you anytime it comes on by. Sex bomb. Yes, you are. Who say that you are not all that. Oh, baby. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. You can give it to me when I need to come along. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. And baby, you can turn me on. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. And you can give it to me when I need to come along. Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb. And baby, you can turn me on. And baby, you can turn me on. Baby, you can turn me on. And baby, you can turn me on.
That was Mr. Jones and Sex Bomb. I love that song. You can sway away your Christmas calories to that, I tell you that. Hi, I'm Jodie Prenger in for the wonderful Paul O'Grady, and thanks for joining me this afternoon, and I hope all is good with you. But coming up today, music from the divine Tina Turner, Nat King Cole, and I love her a bit too much actually, Judy Garland. Plus, I'll have all of Paul's regulars, including not one, but two all-star triples, the cocktail hour, and more of your special thank yous. But first, here's something tainted.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. I've got to get away from the pain you drive into the heart of me. The love we share seems to go nowhere, and I was not right. For I toss and turn
Oh, come on, it's true, isn't it? You can't beat the originals, can you? I am absolutely loving that Northern Soul. That was Gloria Jones, Keeping the Faith with There, and Tainted Love. Now, Paul's asked me to thank you all for your lovely messages about his panto. He's officially exhausted, but I know he loved every single minute of it, and he'll be back here on Radio 2 next Sunday. But today, I'm the lucky one reading all your emails, so do keep them coming in, even while he's away. His address is Paul O'Grady, BBC Radio 2, London W1A 1AA, or you can email Paul at any time you want. Now it's Paul O'Grady, all one word, at bbc.co.uk. Now we may not be able to include everything on the programme, but we do honestly read them all, and to prove, I'm going to read some out now. We've got one here. Dear Paul, I was shocked. Oh God, that's not a good start, is it? I was shocked to hear that the Northern Soul triple is being dropped. Please bring it back very soon, because the upbeat tempo tunes give us all a chance to exercise for 6 or 7 minutes on a regular basis each week. It's surely not possible for anyone not to want to dance to these fantastic and otherwise almost exclusively overlooked records. And so your slot helps the nation to keep moving and get the heart pumping and feel positive. Please, please help us continue to celebrate this incredible soul music and keep the faith, from Stuart Steels. Now, never fear, Stuart. Paul will always play a bit of Northern Soul in his show and go to prove it. We've just done one, and especially with Sex Bomb, you should have at least 7 minutes there. We've got another one here. Hello, I think it would be nice if Paul had new pet slot as well as the dead pet. So do I, because I can't do dead pets. I would like to tell you about the new addition to my family. I recently collected my new Welsh Terrier puppy, Robbie. I love it. He was just 10 weeks old. He is so cute and cuddly, and has been a really, really good since bringing him home. My large fluffy cat, Maxi Puss, love that name. Did you get that from? Keeps eyeing him up suspiciously, but seems to be tolerant of him, so I hope they get on well. Robbie was my Christmas present to myself, and I'm quite prepared for him to be with me for about 16 years if my last Welsh Terrier is anything to go by. They are a great breed of dog, and they're not seen very often, which is true. You're right there. Great show from Gail in Preston in Lancashire. Oh, local. We've got one more here, another one. Hello, I enjoy Paul's show, and we listen regularly from our home in France. I wondered whether you could play a very special song for a very special lady, my Aunt Faye Stanley, who lives in Romford. She is a very youthful 90 years old. Aunt Faye was the sister of my dad, Sonny Rickwood, who died just a few months after I was born in 1949. It means so much to me to be in touch with my Aunt Faye after so many years. So if you could send my love and best wishes to her, that would make my day so special. Thank you, from Brenda Bailey. Well, all the love's going out to you, and a big hug from me, Aunt Faye. I love you. I love you. If you ever want for a pot for a coffee, come round. You're more than welcome. Now, Aunt Faye, if you like brass, you'll love this.
Now the evening has come to a close, and I've had my last dance with you. Onto the empty streets we go, and it might be my last chance with you. So I might as well get it over, the things I have to say won't wait until another day. You're a lady, I'm a man. You're supposed to understand how these things are often planned to be. You're romantic, I'm a fool. You're the teacher, I've come to school. Here I sit, hope that you love me. You're pure magic, unlike my chain. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So I say with no restraint, be mine, be mine. Hard to answer, yes I agree, but then I've got to know. I'm not asking you to marry me, just a little love to show. Oh, I know I could make you happy, so the things I have to say won't wait until another day. You're a lady, I'm a man. You're supposed to understand how these things are often planned to be. You're romantic, I'm a fool. You're the teacher, I've come to school. Here I sit and hope that you love me. You're pure magic, I love my chain. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So I say with no restraint, be mine, be mine.
I love a brass band, don't you? But I wouldn't like to clean one. That was Peter Skellern with his big hit from 1972, You're a Lady. I'm Jodie Prenger, in for Paul, who should be back here next Sunday. So, okay, let's have some more message. We've got some quickies here. I love these. Hello to Wendy's great pal, that's Pauline, who lives in Hove. Hello there. Georgina, have you finished tidying up the house yet? Oh, give her a rest. It's Sunday, bless her. Hello, and many congratulations to Sarah Williams and her soon-to-be husband, Colin. I hope the wedding goes well on June the 1st. Happy birthday to Maureen in Barnstable, who's 33 today. Your husband, Andy, loves you. I love them. Happy anniversary to Roger and Simone. Congratulations on 23 happy years together. Congratulations to Sarah Potter, who managed to pass a driving test just before Christmas. Well, I tell you what, you need certificates there. With all that snow, Sarah, you've done well. Happy birthday to Kelly Sandler, who is 42 on Tuesday. And hello to Gilbert Smith, who lives in Preston and who should be back from the pub about now, according to his wife, Julie. I love it. Oh, God bless you, Gilbert. Julie's waiting. And finally, for now, happy 16th birthday to Maddie, who lives in Southampton. She loved Paul's panto here. Oh, we've got a dead pet. Dear Jodie, we've had the most awful start to 2011. Last Monday, we came home to find our pet rat Oscar had died. Some people think we are strange to keep rats, but Oscar was one of the best. He only had a little over a year, so it was a real shock to come home and find him conked out, stiff as a board. But what would make it a little more bearable would be if you could play the song or mention Oscar the Rat while you're sitting in for Paul. By the way, we loved you in Oliver. Oh, bless. Thanks, Jodie, and that's from Bob and Betty in Swansea. Well, I tell you what, sending all your love to Oscar. I have got a parrot called Oscar, so if you want me to send him, that's no problem at all. I'll do that. More messages later, but for now, here's a bit of Tina. That was the mighty Tina Turner, and girl, that girl's got legs, I tell you what. And that was I Don't Want to Fight, which is a little bit of information. It was co-written with Billy and Lulu. Now, I bet you're wondering who Billy is. It's actually Lulu's brother. You're amazed by that? Not at all. Anyway, do you know what? I've still got the keys to Paul's TARDIS, so let's pop inside and time travel. But, we're off, quick, I've got to give you the clues. Now, here they are. The Mensa Society was formed, car phones arrived in America, and Muffin the Mule debuted on the small screen. Any ideas? Well, it was 1946, and it was also the year of the Andrews Sisters, and they recorded this.
Now, hear this. I wrote my mother. I wrote my father. And now I'm writing you too. I'm sure of mother. I'm sure of father. And now I want to be sure, very, very sure of you. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me till I come marching home. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me till I come marching home. I just got word from a girl who heard from the girl next door to me. The boy she met just loves to pet and it fits you to a T. So don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me till I come marching home. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. With anyone else but her. No, 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 not a single soul but me. No, 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 don't you sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Not till you see me. Not until you see me marching home. Home, 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 sweet home. Don't go up and down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. With anyone else but her. No, 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 not a single soul but me. No, 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 don't you go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. Not till you see me. Not until you see me marching home. Home, 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 sweet home. Just wait till I come marching home. So don't go walking down a Lover's Lane. No, walking down a Lover's Lane till you see me. When you see me marching home, then we'll go arm in arm and sit down under the apple tree. Baby, just you and me. When I come marching home.
Oh, do you know, I love that. That's one of my favourite songs. And I'll tell you a story. This is true. My granddad, God rest his soul, could only play 3 songs on his organ. One was Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree. The other was In the Mood. And the third, I never had a clue what it was. Now, that was Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree, performed there by the fabulous Andrews Sisters. And I'll have more great music this Sunday afternoon after news from your BBC.
Oh, well, a young man.
Jazz is about bringing things together.
Ain't nothing in this world these days.
Starting all the way from trad and the likes of Louis Armstrong, taking it right up to modern jazz.
Jamie Cullum celebrates his love of jazz.
And on this week's show, we talk to a giant of jazz, Mose Allison, a hero of so many people, from Van Morrison to the Rolling Stones.
I thought if I went far enough, I'd find my peace of mind.
Jamie Cullum.
So let's let him go for a season.
In conversation with Mose Allison.
Tuesday nights from 7.
On 88 to 91 FM.
And online now at the Radio 2 website.
Welcome back. I'm Jodie Prenger in for Paul O'Grady.
It must have been him a glimpse of a face in the crowd. That's all it takes. My heart is racing. I stand in a trance as I stare at the back of a bus, knowing there's no use denying. I can't stop thinking about us. The story of our heart, the story of love is mine. And you took it from me every glorious time. I was safe and warm, and now I'm out in the cold. And I know I shouldn't have told my story. Story of our heart, I laid myself open wide. Let you read the pages where the ink had dried. All emotion comes out inside my story. I try to resist, but the images keep coming through. So many years, still I'm defenseless. The house by the lake, his hands resting a while on the oars, speaking with quiet conviction, carefully unlocking doors. The story of a heart, the story of love is mine. And you took it from me every glorious time. I was safe and warm, and now I'm out in the cold. And I know I shouldn't have told my story. Story of a heart, I laid myself open wide. Get to read the pages where the ink had dried. All emotion comes out inside my story. Did he see me, or did I just imagine it all? Putting the face on a stranger, a face I find more and more hard to recall. Story of a heart, I laid myself open wide. Let you read the pages where the ink had dried. Swept away and lost in love, what was I to do? I just had to give it to you. My story, story of a heart, the story of it's the story of a heart. And you lonely man, I was scared. You take it away, and you were taking
That was the Benny Andersson Band, though in Sweden they were known as the BAO. And when I first read about them, I thought it was the BAO. No, don't worry, that's just me, people. No, that was the Benny Andersson Band Orchestra, and that was the Story of a Heart. Now, just after 6, it'll be time for Paul's thank you slot. Now, there's a T-shirt and a box of chocolates for the best email or letter of the week. Paul is so generous, isn't it? I mean, the chocolates, they're massive, gosh. So, if you'd like to take part in a future programme, do get in touch and let Paul know who you'd like to thank. Now, there must be someone out there you want to say thank you, throw a hug at. So, do email in to us at Paul O'Grady, or one word, at bbc.co.uk, or write to Paul at BBC Radio 2, London W1A1AA. Now, it's time for the first of today's All-Star Triples, and this one has been requested by Gemma Castle, who lives in Leatherhead. Gemma, thanks for writing, and I really hope you enjoy today's triple starring Engelbert Humperdinck.
Then seen him walk away and heard me beg him, stay, please stay. Why did we choose this crowded place? They all know it, 'cause I show it in my face. Everybody knows you said goodbye. Everybody knows we're through. Now they all can see the tears I cry running down my face for you. They all said it's too good to be true. He'll make a fool of you one day. I just laughed and said our love was strong, but you left me and they all know I was wrong. Everybody knows you're tired of me. Everybody knows we're through. Though I'm on my own, I can't be free. Baby, I just live for you. Everybody knows you said goodbye. Everybody knows we're through. Turning and turning, the world goes on. We can't change it, my friend. Let us go riding now through the days together to the end, till the end. Laissez clair de belles sighs, carry us side by side, and hand in hand we will ride over Versailles. Turn your magical eyes round and around, looking at all we found. Carry us through the skies. Laissez clair de Versailles. Spinning and spinning the dreams I know, rolling on through my head. Let us enjoy them before they go. Come the dawn, they all are dead. Yes, they're dead. Laissez clair de Versailles, carry us side by side, and hand in hand we will ride over Versailles. Turn your magical eyes round and around, Tell me, when will you be mine? Tell me, quando, quando, quando we can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Tell me, quando, quando, quando you mean happiness to me. Oh, my love, please tell me when. Every moment's a day. Every day seems a lifetime. Let me show you the way to a joy beyond compare. I can wait a moment more. Tell me, quando, quando, quando say it's me that you adore. And then, darling, tell me when. Every moment's a day. Every day seems a lifetime. Let me show you the way to a joy beyond compare. I can wait a moment more. Tell me, quando, quando, quando say it's me that you adore. And then, darling, tell me when. Oh, my darling, tell me when. My darling, tell me when.
Oh, I loved it. Do you know what? And we were just doing a show at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool, and I saw a poster of Engelbert Humperdinck, and he's always had a lovely head of hair, hasn't he? Oh, so thick. I know, God, I sound like my mother, but he does. Well, that was our first all-star triple today, starring Engelbert Humperdinck. We had Everybody Knows We're Through, and we had Le Bicycles, De Belle Size, and we rounded it off with the one and only Quando, Quando, Quando. And I'll have another all-star triple after 6. OK, it's time to open the box for our Lost TV theme. I feel like I should be reading the news with that. This series dates back to 1969, and it was one of 2 spin-offs from a popular cartoon adventure called The Wacky Races. The star of this show was now in charge of the Vulture Squadron, a band of airborne misfits whose mission was to stop that pigeon. Oh, yes. Today's Lost TV theme is...
You snickering, floppy-eared hound. When courage is needed, you're never around. Those medals you wear on your moth-eaten chest should be there for bungling, at which you are best. So stop the pigeon, 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 stop the pigeon. Ow! Nab him, jab him, tab him, grab him. Stop that pigeon now! You silly, stop sneaking, it's not worth a chance. For you'll be returned by the seat of your pants. And Clunk, you invent me a thingamabob that catches that pigeon or I lose my job. So stop the pigeon, stop the pigeon, stop the pigeon, stop the pigeon,
Oh, that brings back memories, doesn't it? That was a theme for the lost American TV series Dastardly and Muttley. And the fans will know that Dick Dastardly was the voice by Paul Winchell, while Don Messick provided the voice for Muttley. Okay. And if you would like to hear your favourite Lost TV theme, let Paul know. All you need to do is email Paul O'Grady, all one word, at bbc.co.uk is how you do it.
If you think the internet's not for you,
you're not alone.
If you're scared of learning it because you think you'll look stupid,
you're not alone.
If you think you're too old for this thing called online,
you're not alone.
That's why we're all learning it together.
Call the BBC First Click Advice Line to find a beginner's computer course in your local area on 08000 150 950. Calls are free from most landlines. Some networks and mobile operators will charge for these calls.
It's easier than you think to take your first click.
Make it your New Year's resolution. Call the BBC First Click Advice Line 08000 150 950.
I'm Jodie Prenger in for Paul O'Grady. Welcome back.
There's a reason for the sunshiny sky. There's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can hide and then go stealing through the moonlit nights with your lover. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love roll with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. There's a reason for the warm, sweet nights, and there's a reason for the candle lights. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and lay you under. It's love and embrace, just feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can't hold back. No, 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 no. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love roll with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. There's a reason for the sunshine and sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can hide, and then go stealing through the moonlit nights with your lover. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love roll with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean. That's the reason.
That was Mike Melange and the reworked Let Your Love Flow. Next, a request from a very patient listener. This is especially for Derek Barnett. Oh, that's a good name. They don't do names like that anymore. It's all like pixie dust and fairy flops, whatever it is. Now, Derek, you live in Uxbridge, and who, in my opinion, has a great taste in music. On behalf of Paul and all the team, I really hope you enjoy this, Derek. Here's some Nat King Cole.
I used to walk with you along the avenue. Our hearts were carefree and gay. How could I know I'd lose you somewhere along the way? The friends we used to know would always smile hello. No love like our love, they'd say. Then love slipped through our fingers. Somewhere along the way, I should forget. But with the loneliness of night, I start remembering everything. You're gone and yet there's still a feeling deep inside that you will always be part of me. So now I look for you along the avenue, and as I wander I pray that someday soon I'll find you somewhere along the way. I should forget, but with the loneliness of night, I start remembering everything. You're gone and yet there's still a feeling deep inside that you will always be part of me. So now I look for you along the avenue, and as I wander I pray that someday soon I'll find you somewhere along the way, somewhere along the way.
Oh, great choice there, Derek. He's got a voice like butter, hasn't he? That was Nat King Cole's Somewhere Along the Way. And if you would like to hear your favourite song, drop her a line or just, email us. Either way, just get in touch. Now we've got time for a few more messages. Oh, we've got a lost friend.
Thank you for being a friend.
We've got hello there. I'm hoping you'll be able to help me trace some friends who have lost contact with. Their names are Alan and Mary Bradley, and they had 2 children, Nicholas and Christopher. We think they are living in the UK, as we are, but we met them in East London, South Africa. Yes, there is an East London in South Africa. Otherwise, I would have gone round the corner and looked for them myself. And we lost contact in the early 1990s. We would love to meet up with them again. Perhaps Paul or another listener will be able to help. Thanks ever so much from Penny Dormer. OK, let's try and help you, Penny. Are you Alan or Mary Bradley, or do you know them perhaps? If you used to live with them in South Africa, let us know here and we'll try and put them in touch with Penny. All you need to do is email Paul O'Grady at bbc.co.uk and just, get in touch if you're out there. Oh, we've got another message here. Now, I would like to right a wrong, if I may. Now, when I was last here as Paul's guest on the Children in Need show, Steph Thompson from Orkney pledged some money for a mention of her twin daughters. Now, one is called Erin and the other are mispronounced, and apparently she hasn't been able to live it down since. So I'm sorry, Sean. And I did know how to pronounce it. I said Cyan, I think, and I just got in a muddle. It's a story of my life, girls. So to all the family in Accrington, Rosendale, Fort William and Cardiff, listen up. Sean Thompson, your mum loves you, and I hope you forgive me now. I'm so sorry. We've got another message here. Hello, love Paul's show. It's a real treat on a Sunday. Just wondered if you could say hello to all the anticoagulant. Oh, this is a big word. Did I get it right? Malcolm's thumbs up. Oh, hold on. Did you hear that? I've just patted myself on the back. The anticoagulant nurses, I said it again, I'm just so proud of myself, who are working in Glasgow and Clyde, who have battled through the recent bad weather to visit patients and their home in their clinics. And just, thank you so much. Now, don't forget to take your warfarin from Ellen in Greenwood. From Ellen Greenwood, not Ellen in Greenwood. Oh, God, I told you I'd get muddled, Sean, don't I? Right, OK, plenty more to come after the 6 o'clock news. And to take us there, here's Dame Shirley.
There's a crack in every pavement. Underneath there is a beach. It's been a long time longing as history repeats. Yes, many times I've wondered why a part of me in a place so full of beauty that somehow never changed. I bought a ticket of a lifetime. There's no denying who I am. Forever young I will stay, the girl from Tiger Bay. I bought a ticket of a lifetime. There's no denying who I am. Forever young I will stay, the girl from Tiger Bay. The girl from Tiger Bay. Time has me believing that there's nothing left to prove. I feel the love within me, and love can't be removed. There's a crack in every pavement. Underneath there is a beach. It's been a long time longing as history repeats. I bought a ticket of a lifetime. There's no denying who I am. Forever young I will stay, the girl from Tiger Bay. I bought a ticket of a lifetime. There's no denying who I am. Forever young I will stay, the girl from Tiger Bay. The girl from Tiger Bay. All the memories and the scars, they dance away into the stars. They dance away into the stars. I bought a ticket of a lifetime. There's no denying who I am. Forever young I will stay, the girl from Tiger Bay. I bought a ticket of a lifetime. There's no denying who I am. Forever young I will stay, the girl from Tiger Bay. The girl from Tiger
The girl from Tagabir. Thank you. That was also a really bad impression. There's much more to be had after 6, so don't go anywhere. I'm Jodie Prenger in for Paul O'Grady, and this is BBC Radio 2 online, on digital, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 6 o'clock. This is Tom Sanders. Doctors treating the US Congresswoman who was shot in the head by a gunman who opened fire, killing 6 other people, say she's able to communicate. Gabrielle Giffords, a Democrat, was attacked as she met constituents outside a supermarket in the city of Tucson, Arizona. Police have arrested a 22-year-old man and are looking for a possible accomplice. ABC News correspondent Diane Elvia says there's a feeling of shock across the country.
It was just one of those things that doesn't happen in the United States. Congresspeople are expected to have very close access to their constituents and to really be able to talk to them. And Congresswoman Giffords was known for being especially adept at that. She loved to meet and greet. And so the fact that somebody shot a congressperson point blank range, it's just unheard of. And I think it's going to take a very long time for the country to recover from that. In fact, a lot of the congressional representatives have been told to take on extra security for precautions, but they don't feel comfortable with that because you're not supposed to limit your access to the public.
David Cameron has indicated that the government would prevent banks rescued by taxpayers paying bonuses it regards as excessive. His warning came amid reports, which have been dismissed by the Royal Bank of Scotland, that its chief executive is to accept £2.5 million in bonuses this year. There's been hectic voting at the start of a referendum which is likely to see Africa's biggest nation, Sudan, split into 2 countries. People in mainly Christian southern areas of Sudan are being asked whether they want to break away from the Muslim north. The Celtic footballer Charlie Mulgrew and his wife have been charged following reports that a sleeping baby was left in a car during the cold snap before Christmas. Officers were called to the car park of the Costco Cash and Carry in the Springburn area of Glasgow 3 days before Christmas. Mr Mulgrew, who's 24, and his 22-year-old wife Alana face charges under the Children and Young Persons Act. Football, and Kenny Dalglish has had a disappointing start to his second spell as manager of Liverpool. His team lost 1-0 away to Manchester United in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. Liverpool captain Steven Gerrard was sent off for a foul in the first half. After the game, Kenny Dalglish paid tribute to his players' efforts.
I think they worked really, really hard to try and get a result in very difficult circumstances. We've got to remain positive about the game, and the positive things for us was the way the players went about their job and the work they did and the commitment to their efforts on the pitch and the commitment to the football club.
David and Victoria Beckham have announced that they're expecting their 4th child in the summer. The couple's 3 sons, Brooklyn, Romeo and Cruz, are said to be very excited about having a new brother or sister. And a look at the weather forecast. Further sleet and snow is expected to spread to northern Scotland. It'll be dry and frosty elsewhere, but cloud will increase later in the west with some rain by dawn. BBC News at 6:03 are next to 7.
BBC Radio 2.
Time for the travel news now. Here's Bobby Pryor.
Tom, thank you. Well, first of all, to the Highlands, where snowy conditions still causing some problems. If you're heading through to the A82, we've still got problems between Inverness and Drumnadrochit. It's snow on top of ice, so approach with care. Everything is open, though. To Argyll and Butte, the A817, northwest of Alexandria, the Glenfern Road closed because of snow at the junction with the A82. The M876, again, it's hazardous driving conditions between the M80 at Junction 5 and Junction 8. And between County Durham and Cumbria, the A686, that's closed completely because of the snow between Alston and St John's Chapel. Now, the M6 southbound, one lane remains shut between junctions 42 and 41, just south of Carlisle South, and it's because of an accident that happened yesterday. They're still trying to recover the vehicle. M1 northbound, junctions 35 to 35A, so north of Thorpe Hesley to Stocksbridge. Again, one lane is shut following an earlier accident, and we've still got very slow traffic on the approach. M40 southbound, it's the usual queues at the junction 9 exit Slip Road, so to Bicester, very, very slow. M4 westbound, again, very heavy around junction 11 for Reading, so if you're westbound, it's extremely slow. Eastbound at the end of the M4, if you're coming in from Heston into town, it's very heavy as well. Thank you for your updates, and I'll be back for you now just after 7.
Online, on digital and on 88 and 91 FM. Jodie Prenger in for Paul O'Grady on BBC Radio 2.
Playing it in December, would it? That was Pilot with January. And I'm Jodie Prenger in for Paul, who should be back here next Sunday, all being well. Do you know, it's lovely to be here, and thanks so much for your company this afternoon. There's lots to come before 7, including your thank yous, another All-Star triple, and more of your messages. But before that, here's the great Peggy Lee.
Winds may blow o'er the icy sea, I'll take with me the warmth of thee, a taste of honey, a taste much sweeter than wine. I will return, I'll return, I'll come back for the honey and you. I'll leave behind my heart to wear sweeter than wine. I will return, I'll return, I'll come back for the honey and you. Yes, I'll leave behind my heart to wear, and may it e'er remind you of a taste of honey, a taste much sweeter than wine. Honey, sweeter than wine.
What a voice, Miss Peggy Lee and A Taste of Honey. OK, let's have some more of your messages. Now, you can drop Paul an email anytime. The address is paulogrady@bbc.co.uk, and some of you have. And the messages I'm very happy to read out is one here. Hello to Joanne and David Walton, who live in Leeds, and the rest of the family, including Richard and Sharon Burton, Sarah and George, and not forgetting Tamsin, of course. We've got a happy birthday here to Chris Palmer, who was 50 on Tuesday. I hear from your wife, Deborah, that you are a lovely husband and a great dad to George and Heather. So I hope you had a great day. And I should also say happy 28th wedding anniversary to you both. Congratulations. We've got another one here. Hello to Georgina Holmes, who lives in Belfast. She loves Paul's show here on Radio 2 and never misses it. Thanks for your lovely letter, Georgina. Oh, and I'm so glad you enjoyed Spamalot in Birmingham. Oh, I hope you didn't catch one of the one where I did my back out. I was walking around the stage like John Enman. Oh, we've got a dead pet here. We would like you to remember our border collie, Ben, who was sadly put to sleep last month at the grand old age of 17. Ben became very poorly and tired, and we knew we had to do the right thing for him. It was a very, very hard decision, but made easy by a wonderful vet, Sophie, at Swain & Partners in Bury, St Edmunds. Ben came to us as a very naughty 2-year-old from a rescue centre in Fens in Norfolk. He was chucked out to dog training class for being too noisy. In Ben's younger days, a Sunday morning lie-in only lasted till 7:30 a.m. if you were lucky, and he decided it was time for walkies and bound up the stairs and grabbed my husband's disregarded socks on the bedroom floor and stick them in under his nose. I see him going. A sure way of getting you out of bed. Ben is very sorely missed, but gave us a great pleasure from Kevin and Julie Lewis in Wickenbrook. I'd say I'm gone. I just, do you know, I can't do dead pets. And that's in Newmarket in Suffolk. Well, I'm sending you all my love for the new year. Now, next, a request from Pauline Collison in Manchester, who'd like to hear a song from the Mummers. This is a beautiful track, and I hope you enjoy it, Pauline. This is called Call Me a Rainbow. And get me a tissue, thank you.
What if I write 7 white lies and seal it in stone? Say it for real in a Catherine wheel. It's only momentary. make it more real. In the back of my brain, it's really far from over. When city life moves too fast, I'll be slow. And when city life moves too fast, there's no place that's home. We will see the stars, it's better by far, top of the world. And we'll see the stars, it's better by far, top of the world. And if you ever call me a rainbow, till you bring me down. And if you're gonna call me a rainbow, don't you bring me stars, it's better by far, top of the world. And we'll see the stars, it's better by far, top of the world. And if you ever call me rainbow, don't you bring me down. And if you're gonna call me rainbow, don't you bring me down. Don't you bring me
From their recent EP, that was the Mummers and Call Me a Rainbow. Really lovely. Okay, it's time for this week's thank yous. This is the part of the show where you're invited to say thank you to someone. Now, if there's someone in your life who deserves a little bit of recognition, let Paul know. It could be a friend, your local vets, maybe a teacher, whoever it is, he'd love to know. Now, there's a certificate. A certificate. I'll put my teeth in and say it again. There's a certificate of thanks, and I've even had 2 coffees. I still can't say it. Now, they're signed by Paul if your message is read out on the show, and there's a box of chocolates and a limited edition t-shirt for the very best letter or email of the week as chosen by Paul. So if you'd like to take part, you can either email Paul O'Grady at bbc.co.uk or write to Paul at BBC Radio 2 London W1A 1AA. Now, the first thank you I've got here is from Iris. I would like to thank my best friend and husband John. A few weeks ago, my little sausage dog Jack was run over by a car after he made a dash for the exit in the local park. I don't blame the driver, and it was just a tragic accident, but I was missing Jack so much, and John hated to see me so down, so to my delight, he visited the local dog rescue centre and picked a lovely little Westie and brought him home. We named him Sammy because we were both big fans of the Rat Pack. Please thank John for being such a thoughtful and devoted husband. I love him with all my heart. From Iris Stokes in Kilburn. Iris, such a sad story, but hey, what a happy ending, eh, girl? And an official thank you is on its way to you, John. We've got another thank you here from Heather. Could you please pass on a massive thank you on behalf of all our family to the staff from the 24-hour Tesco in Bells Hill in Lanarkshire, especially Mac, the really kind security man. Now, my grandma, who is 88, and my auntie and her partner were stuck in a giant queue on the M74 and M8 for around 10 hours. Oh, God, recently, with all the snow and it was freezing weather. When they were finally managed to get off the motorway late that night, they made their way to Tesco. the cafe was shut. But Mac made them hot drinks and gave them something to eat using the staff room facilities. This was really welcomed after many hours in the freezing temperatures. It's nice to know that there are people like him around, so thank you, Mac. Love from Heather and the rest of the Grayson family in Edinburgh. Mac, hey, you're a real star, and an official thank you is on its way to you, and well done for being a true Samaritan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, we've got Letter of the Week. And you'll love this. Is lovely. This is from Jan. Please may I nominate my daughter Becky Merchant, who lives in Essex, for a very special thank you. Her twin brother Alex has been suffering from ill health recently, and he lives by himself and is unable to drive. At the drop of a hat, at any time of the day or night, Becky has gone over to his home to support him when he's been having a rough time. Becky has 2 young children and works full-time herself. I live in Dumfriesshire, so I'm not on hand as much as I'd like to be. Please thank Becky for being such a wonderful daughter and a truly brilliant sister. From Jan, France. Thanks for writing in, Jan. Now, I'm sorry to hear about you, Alex, but Jan, it sounds like Becky is a brilliant daughter and sister. An official thank you will be in the post when Paul returns, along with a T-shirt and a box of chocolates and a certificate. See, I said it then. I got it before. Anyway, remember, isn't it time you said thank you? Now, whoever it is, let Paul know. Email us in at paulogrady@bbc.co.uk or write to him at BBC Radio 2 London W1A 1AA. Next, on with the music. Here's a great song from Limey and the Family Cooking. This'll take you back.
Took the raindrops that filled my eyes and put them back up in the sky, and then made the gray skies turn blue. You can do magic. You took a heart that was broken in two, and you put it back together. Know how to keep it beating. I beg you not to stop and pray. You keep repeating your magic, magic. You can do magic, baby. Baby, you can do magic, magic. And I know that every dream of every lover comes true. When you can do magic, magic, like you can do magic, honey. Love is never tragical when you got the magical feelings coming through. I was a loser. Love was a game that I'd never won. I lost to every mother's son until I just forgot how to play. Now I remember you took my hand and showed me the way. And it must have been the magic added to your kissing, 'cause love is never good if love is ever missing your magic, magic, magic. You can do magic, baby, baby. You can do magic, magic. And I know that every dream of every lover comes true. When you can do magic, magic, like you can do magic, honey. Love is never tragical when you got the magical feelings coming through. Feelings coming
I haven't heard that song in ages and haven't seen Malcolm throw many shapes like that. Was there a dance to that, Malcolm? Well, there is now. That was from 1973, You Can Do Magic by Limey and the Family Cooking. I'm Jodie Prenger in for Paul O'Grady. John Lennon and Woman, as if you didn't know. Now it's time for the second of today's All-Star Triples. You can send in your suggestions to Paul anytime you like to Paul O'Grady at bbc.co.uk. That's how you do it. And this, our second triple, has been requested by Tim Rankin in Leeds. Thanks for your lovely email, Tim. Now, I hope you've enjoyed today's All-Star Triple, starring the brilliant Lulu.
Of telling tales and biting nails are gone, but in my mind I know they will still live on and on. But how do you thank someone who has taken you from crayons to perfume? It isn't easy, but I'll try. If you wanted the sky, I would ride across the sky in letters that would soar 1,000 feet high to serve with love. The time has come for closing books, and long last looks must end. And as I leave, I know that I am leaving my best friend, a friend who taught me right from wrong and weak from strong. That's a lot to learn. What can I give you in return? If you wanted the moon, I would try to make a start, but I would rather you let me give my heart to serve with We passed upon the stair. We spoke of wars and when, although I wasn't there. He said I was his friend, which came as some surprise. Has spoken to his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Oh no, not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world.
off with To Sir With Love. Then we had The Man Who Sold the World and rounded it off with a Relight My Fire with a little help from Take That, of course. All the details of that and all the music I'm playing today will be available on Paul's show page after 7. If you'd like to see what I did during the Triple, just visit the Triple Action Gallery at bbc.co.uk/Radio 2. Up next, a classic. It's a bit of Judy, live at the London Palladium.
Just in time, I found you. Just in time, before you came, my time was running low. I was lost. The losing dice were tossed. My bridges all were crossed. Nowhere to go. Now you're here, and now I know just where I'm going. No more doubt or fear. I found my way. For love came just in time. You found me just in time and changed my lonely life. That lovely day. Just in time, I found you. Just in time, before you came, my time was running low. I was lost. The losing dice were tossed. My bridges all were crossed. Nowhere to go. Now you're here, and now I know just where I'm going. No more doubt or fear. I found my way. For love came just in time. You found me just in time and changed my lonely life. That lovely day, you came and changed my life, rearranged my only life. You went and changed my
The one and only Judy Garland live at the London Palladium with Just in Time. And the closest I ever got compared to being Judy was when I was introduced on stage one time as Judy Pronger. Anyway, that's a bitter moment for me. And if you like Judy, please make sure you see Tracy Bennett in End of the Rainbow at the Trafalgar Studios in London. She is terrific. I'm Jodie, in for Paul with a few more messages for you now. Now, if you've got messages, make sure you email into Paul O'Grady at bbc.co.uk. That is how you do it. We've got a message here. Hi there, I love Paul's show. I try and listen every week, and if I can't, I catch up on the internet. I was wondering whether you could play a song for me and my new work colleagues. We've just started work at the brand new Holiday Inn. Other hotels are available in Derby City Centre and have the radio on in the office all the time when we're allowed. Please could you play us a song with the words holiday in, as we've been told in our training there are many. Thanks. Now don't forget to stop by if you and Paul are in the area from Tanya. The next song is for you, even if it doesn't feature the words in and holiday. Oh, we've got a dead pet. I need more Kleenex. Hello, Jodie. I am sorry to do this to you, but I'd be ever so grateful if you could mention Bright Eyes on the show today. I had Bright Eyes for 17 years, but sadly he died 3 days ago. It wasn't unexpected in some ways. After all, he is 17, which is a great age for a dog. But it wasn't his years that saw him off. Tragically, he was playing at the top of the stairs in my mother's house, and he must have slipped or tripped on something. He fell down the stairs and broke his back, and the vet said the best thing we could do was to put him to sleep. I was devastated, but I had to be brave and agree. Life is a lot quieter and duller now, Bright Eyes. Do mention if you can, and please don't play that song by Art Garfunkel. I never liked it. Thanks from Matt in Selhurst in South London. Well, I'm sending you a massive hug, Matt. God, Matt, one of my dogs, Honey, she's 17, so it's just an hour. And, oh, dingle, dingle. We've just heard Crying today, and we're having a Cry Baby Blues cocktail. This one requires 4.5 ounces of strawberry guava juice. Just where did you find that, Malcolm? Who has that in the cupboards? Because I definitely don't. Only a spot of lemonade for me shandy. Well, if you just happen to have some strawberry guava juice knocking about, you also need an ounce of blue Curacao liqueur and another ounce of vodka. Mix it all together, add some ice. I'm going to catch a freeze here. And then you're done, but you should. Should you attempt this recipe for Cry Baby Blues cocktail, please remember to drink responsibly. Carter, that was Giovicchio, performed by the Arthur Murray Orchestra. And you can see the recipe for this week's Cry Baby Blues cocktail on Paul's show page, if you dare. And if you know the recipe for strawberry guava juice, please let us know, because I've never heard of that before in my life. I'm Jodie Prenger in for Paul O'Grady. Next, it's time for Wish You Were There. Yeah, this is where Paul whisks you away to the perfect holiday spot, your own piece of paradise. Well, virtually. Now, you don't need to pack your case or put the bobble on it so when it comes out on the trail that you get your own case and not someone else's. No need to cover yourself in sun cream nor get up extra early hours to check in. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Do you know, Malcolm, so talented. The way he played that trumpet brought a tear to my eye. How beautiful is that? That's James Lass and The Seduction. Just time for some more messages. We've got one here. Hello to Neil and Mark in Leyland in Lancashire. Another hello to Christine and Gary Cronshaw. I'm sorry to hear about Charlie, guys. There's a belated congratulations to Simon and Leslie on your 2nd anniversary. Congratulations. And another hello this time across the waters to Marilyn and Jerry Renshaw, who live in Greece but listen to us online. Finally, for now, some good news for Elizabeth Spencer. Paul will have some more Miriam Makeba in just a few weeks' time. Well, it's time for the last one today, and when you've got to go out, you've got to bow out in style. Now, there's only one way to do this with the marvellous, the sublime, a favourite of Mr. Paul O'Grady's and definitely a favourite of mine. Yes, here's Babs. And that's all for this week. Do keep your emails, letters and thank yous coming. Now, we really are nothing without your emails and letters, and we do love to hear from you, you know. The email address is Paul O'Grady, all one word, at bbc.co.uk, or you can send to us by post to Paul O'Grady, BBC Radio 2, London W1A 1AA. I hope you've enjoyed the music this afternoon. Paul is back next Sunday, and thank you ever so much for having me. And also a huge thank you to the team and my producer, Malcolm Prince. You danced me, fabulous. But most of all, guys, thank you to you for your company. I'm Jodie Prenger, and this is BBC Radio 2, online, on digital, on an 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 7 o'clock, this is Tom Sanders. Doctors say they're encouraged by the progress being made by the Democrat Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, who was shot in the head while meeting constituents in Arizona. 6 people died in the attack in the city of Tucson. A 22-year-old man has been arrested. At a news conference, the neurosurgeon caring for Gabrielle Giffords, Michael Lamole, said she was still in a critical condition.
When we talk about